picked it up, so my ass, not only is it a struggle to get into Dark Souls, but I also have that extra bonus struggle, and so I was just like, what the fuck? Eventually I got the hang of it, but I'm still, like, ONS is just, like, that's a wall for a lot of people, in my opinion, or at least that's my understanding. That's what my partner tells me, because he's like super into Soulsborne games, so like I've just like absorbed some of that knowledge. But yeah, there's a trick to ONS. Maybe I'll start streaming it again, since there seems to be some Soulsborne enjoyers recently. When I played God of War or Hollow Knight, I could do bosses over and over till I got it, and I find soft games a lot more frustrating. They are a lot more frustrating. Also, Secret Tunnel. You need to carve a secret tunnel to Elysium for real. From soft, yes, yeah. I picked up what you're putting down. What is ONS? So it's a way to refer to a boss in Dark Souls to avoid spoiling part of it. Also, they have like weird names. They have weaknesses. Interesting. They have long name. That too, yeah.
What can I say? It's different. I never stay up there for very long. Don't think I could. It starts making me feel ill. Too many sensations all at once. And when the chariot of Helios is in the sky, it gets so bright that I can barely see.
Helios is another, like, deity thing.
That sounds awful. If it's that bad, why would all the Olympians chat it up so much?
There's no accounting for their taste, I guess.
Damn. He's like, they all got shit taste. Helios is in Hades too.
Hello, I'll only be a moment.
Oh, it's after you ring the bells, much after ringing the bells. Oh my god, I'm so glad to hear that it is much after ringing the bells, because I feel like it was like, I rang the bells.
Some mortals don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in you.
This motherfucker. But yeah, I feel like I rang the bells, and then I got to Anne Orlando, and then my boyfriend was like, welcome to Annual Rodeo. You're gonna find out why it's called Annual Rodeo in the internet. And I was like, what do you mean? We had Orpheus singing? I love it. I love it. This is worth it. I have Dark Souls and Dark Souls 1 and Elden Ring and Sekiro. Oh my god. But I've only played Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Elden Ring, so the other thing about Dark Souls is that it's very, not unpolished, but it's clunky. It's very clunky. And I think they fixed a lot of what made it clunky in later games. They also, Elden Ring I think also has a lot more forgiveness, or like it allows you to like basically like bend the difficulty a lot, and it's a lot more forgiving. So in a way I think that makes it more enjoyable, even if some people say that like it makes it easier. But honestly, some shit is just ass in Dark Souls 1, because it's just clunky, a lot of shit is not explained, and people are, you know, the people that enjoy these games are, I think, they like games where you have to persevere and get good, and there's like a little bit of like glutton for punishment. So like, it works for that, but I feel like if it was any other game, it would just be seen as like, this is shit game design. And I got to Capra Demon and Godric. Elden Ring is so good, the main boss after Megaera. Yeah, I've seen a lot of gameplay of Elden Ring, but I haven't played it because I'm like, I want to keep Dark Souls 1 before getting into Elden Ring, so I'll play Elden Ring in 2034, basically. Elden Ring slaps. Elden Ring doesn't stop you ever, and that makes it breakable. Yeah, Godric the Crafted. Yeah, that fight. Oh god, the phase 2 of that fight, the animation is just like, ugh. Yeah, I need to get back into Elden Ring. I want to see more of the game. I really like the parts I did see. Yeah, there's also the DLC that just came out, so... I speedrun Elden Ring on occasion? Oh shit! I didn't know that! I speedrun Mario World once. I don't speedrun anything. Not just in gaming, but like in real life. I am so. It's fun. I like watching a lot of speedrun content that was like the first type of content that I got into on Twitch. It was actually Super Mario Odyssey speedruns. And then I learned about the whole like, I mean, I think I knew about Ocarina of Time speedruns just because I love that game. But the content that really got me into Twitch was speedruns, and it was Super Mario Odyssey. And then Breath of the Wild speedruns and shit. So like, I enjoy watching it. I don't have the dexterity to do even some basic tricks. Or maybe, I think I tried to learn how to like hat jump in Super Mario Odyssey, and that shit was hard, and that was supposedly one of the easiest glitches. So I don't know if a platforming speedrun necessarily, or like that kind of speedrun is my speed. But I'm also just like a slow person. I came across a video called How to Beat Mario World in Half an Hour, and with the video's help, I did it in about an hour. I feel like NES, SNES, like, I could probably try to do, because it's just, there's so many experts. That would be so fun. One of my favorite speedrun right now might be God of War. Interesting. I know so little about God of War. It's come up a couple of times on stream, and I'm like, maybe I should get it. I should, like, add that to my playlist, because that's not on my radar at all. Mario World was easy, tried. I have a soft spot in my heart for Mario World, because I never owned it. So it was always one of those things that I wanted to. Oh, wait, what the fuck? What the fuck is in the air in this gate? Hello? Am I supposed to know what air this is? Oh, I need to see what's in this shit. You know what? No, I'm gonna get something for this boy.
Here you go.
He deserves it.
Cerberus won't touch these things, although some shades seem to enjoy them fine.
I thought this was for Cerberus. Yo, what the fuck? I got scammed.
I thought I'd lost even the gift of music, Zagreus. So thanks again for helping find that one for me.
I'm just trying to reunite you and your lover.
You sound amazing, mate.
He does.
Meg must have gone back already.
But yeah, I never owned Mario World. So like, I would just like play it on my cousin's place.
This is my latest haul.
They were not into games
Fair
at all.
market value.
So I was the one that was just like,
Ooh, look at the sea mare.
what does this street thing do? Bad trade. Not into it. I'll pass.
You trying to fleece me here?
This is such like a weird thing. Like, Ambrosia gets so much later on. And yet, you trade 2 diamonds for an Ambrosia, and then 1 Ambrosia for Titan Blood. Shit makes no sense to me. Which platform are you playing on? I'm playing this on Steam. Mario World is on Switch Online app. I literally just canceled my online membership because I hadn't been playing too much. But I did add Switch gift cards to my Christmas wish list literally today. You have a Switch, that's how I play it. I never had a Super Nintendo either. Yeah, I had an NES and an SNES. Sorry, an NES and an N64. But I didn't have an SNES. And that game, that was my favorite. That was the only game that I ever played on the SNES.
What do these shades have to say for themselves?
I hope whoever their VA is does music on the side. But yeah, I played a little bit of the Nintendo Nintendo Switch Online stuff. I also tried to do a Twilight Princess. Ooh, Twilight Princess is fun to watch speedrun, but it's so fucking hard. Low percent speedrun, but then my power went out while Link was staring at a rupee. Oh, that low percent, that speedrun. I remember hearing about this shit where it's like you just let him run for like 16 hours or some shit. Is that the one? That shit's crazy. Is Twilight Princess on Switch or do I need a Wii? You need either a Wii, a GameCube, or so like, okay. Twilight Princess fans are like simultaneously have so many options and are so fucked. So you either need it on the Switch, in which case the whole world is gonna be mirrored and Nick is gonna be right-handed. So you either need a Wii and the Wii version of it. You need a GameCube version of it, which actually is probably gonna be harder. And then you also need a Wii that can play GameCube games, or you need a Wii U and Twilight Princess HD. I'm playing through Ocarina of Time now and want to do Twilight Princess. Ocarina of Time... Wait, is it your first time playing through Ocarina of Time?
Alright, I'm ready.
Because that would be kind of amazing. But... What? Where the fuck is Skelly? Hello? Did he die? What the fuck? Oh. He's alive. Okay, cool. I'm less invested now. This one, yeah. But yeah, I feel like Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess have so many similarities. They're so similar. It's kind of both good and bad, in my opinion. Yeah, so you find a specific rupee from a specific jar, and every time the rupee spins in Link's hands, he inches back a tiny bit, but it lets you skip item-locked parts. You end up staring at the rupee for around 12 hours. That is the one that I was thinking about. That is so dumb. Because I forgot. I know you said low percent. In my mind, I interpreted that as any percent at first for some fucking reason. And then I realized like what low percent is. Or remembered what low percent is. Yeah, that is the most ridiculous fucking speed run. The fact that you have to stare at this thing for 12 hours and that is considered the fastest way to do this specific run because of the requirements of it to be low percent is crazy. The goal is to beat the game while doing as little as possible. Yeah, or like getting like as few like items and things as possible, but that's just so crazy. I'm not buying a new console for it, pretty much. Yeah, I would say then Wii or GameCube. I've played it before, but I've never really gotten past Child Link. Before now, when I'm at the Fire Temple now. Shut the front door. What? So it's like lazy casual percent, but on purpose? No, you're just playing through it. Hello? That's amazing. I hope you're really enjoying it. I hope you really are enjoying it, because it is, I mean, some parts of it have not aged that well, and it's kind of clunky, especially like going from like being used to like a freehand camera and shit, but it is iconic, and it is like monumental, and like gets on all of these fucking lists for good reasons, in my humble opinion. I think for this one it's a few key items. Yeah. I remember reading about it, but that's so funny. And also that's really unfortunate that the fucking power went out while you're doing this one thing. Also, that was me with Majora's Mask. I don't know why, like there were so many instances of me losing power while I was playing Majora's Mask, and it's like, motherfucker, cause you need, you know, this fucking game to work, or like you need to like you need to save, and what am I trying to say? It's like, it fucks up your save file because you can't just save at any point in Majora's Mask. So like I have to this day, I've gotten to like the end game part of Majora's Mask multiple times and not beat the game because I rage quitted. I really liked Echoes of Wisdom, really, because I've heard that from a lot of people. I'm a little bit lukewarm on like that like chibi style and like just like the premise of it. I have some issues with it. Like, I understand why they did it, but I'm still just like not super like, I don't know. But I have heard a lot of good things about Echoes of Wisdom, so I've debated like adding it to my Christmas wish list. It's so cool. I like it better than the Switch Zeldas. That is a hot take. I mean, I don't know about hot, but like, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. It's crazy to see like somebody playing through Ocarina of Time for the first time and saying that they like it better than Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. But I guess like you've also said that you're not a big fan of either of those. I've never played Majora's Mask. Dude, if you like Ocarina of Time, you will like Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask goes hard too. That one's my fave. Like, I would have, if I didn't find Majora's Mask, the mask itself, so fucking creepy, I would have so much like Majora's Mask like shit on my walls. But it freaks me the fuck out. So like, I will not get it. Actually, I have Majora's Mask shirt. I don't know where the fuck it is. I should figure out where it is. I've worn it on stream before, but yeah, it's... Oh my gosh. If you play them on Switch, you can save whenever. Oh yeah, no, I know that. I know that that's the case. I just canceled my Switch though, my Switch Online. But yeah, they changed that for the 3DS remake. But dude, like, when I played it, it was on the N64 cartridge and on the GameCube. So it was just like, I would be making so much progress, and then I would be like on day 3 and the fucking power would go out, or like some shit would happen. Like, literally just like one of those times, I think it was a flicker, and I was like, I'm so fucking mad because I think like I had done something, or like I had been attempting like the couples mask quest or something, so I had done a bunch of shit. I had been in the temple and like all of this stuff, and I was just so tilted. I'm not a huge fan of Breath of the Wild. Interesting. How do you feel about Tears of the Kingdom? I do own both Switch Zeldas and had a really good time with both. Oh, then I'm totally misremembering shit. I like how trippy Majora's Mask is. I don't know, dude. Like, I think Ocarina of Time is iconic and I love it so much. It was a fundamental part. It's been a fundamental part of who I am as a human being, which is a very dramatic thing to say. But Majora's Mask is just like, I don't know, something about it is just gets to me. Everything from like the fact that it was developed in like less than 2 years, which is crazy for any like AAA game. But also the fact that it was like immediately after Ocarina of Time, and they were like, how the fuck do we top Ocarina of Time, you know? And then like just all the themes in the game, and like it's not a long game, but it's just like every ounce of it just feels like immaculate. I don't know. I think Tears is a little better. That is a hot take. I feel like peeps are not happy, but also this kind of shit always happens with Zelda fans, where they're like, a game comes out and they're like, this game fucking sucks. Or like, they're like not happy with the game. They're like, it's not that good. And then when the next Zelda game comes out, then out come the roses, and people are like, actually, the physics engine in Tears of the Kingdom was amazing and, you know, unprecedented, blah 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 blah. It's like people hated on Breath of the Wild when it came out, and now everybody's like loves it. People hated Wind Waker when it first came out, and now people love it. People hated on Twilight Princess when it first came out, and people are okay with it now. I think that one is not as popular with the peeps. But yeah, just fucking Skyward Sword people also hated, and now people are like, oh my god, I love the fucking Ballad of the Goddesses, blah blah blah. I don't know. It's just the Zelda fans are annoying. I can say that as a Zelda fan. We're annoying. I had a good time with both of them, but after time to reflect, I think they have some issues. I agree. When I play Breath of the Wild, I just missed the normal Zelda formula. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just so different from like what it was before, and it is a good game. I think Breath of the Wild did exploration really well, even though it is really different. Tears of the Kingdom, I think, tries to do a little bit of both and succeeds at neither. Maybe, yeah, I think like I hadn't thought about it that way, but I think that pretty much encapsulates like my issues with, yeah. Wind Waker Syndrome. Wind Waker is my favorite. I've only played Wind Waker non-HD version, and so I have a lot of gripes with it that apparently were fixed in the HD version, but yeah, I just remember it taking forever to beat. That's the thing that I remember the most about Wind Waker, unfortunately. But the games are really fun, but I run out of worthwhile rewards to go after stuff eventually. Yeah, it's like diminishing returns, right? Like everything is just weapons that are worse than I have, or money that is useless, or seats I don't really care about. That's true. I think Breath of the Wild, though, I am short on money for upgrading the what do you call it, the armor sets, because I'm a crazy person and I'm like, I want to upgrade all of the armor sets and shit like to max. It takes so much money and it takes so many resources that are so annoying. It's like, oh, what should I do in Breath of the Wild, or sorry, Tears of the Kingdom? And then it's like, oh, I could defeat 3 Gleeoks. And like, I figured that shit out, but honestly, like, it's not fun. It's not that fun. I don't know. I feel like Lionel's were a lot more fun. I think Breath of the Wild is just too empty. It is really empty. Yeah. And I think it makes sense with like the story and everything. And they try to fix that with like the sky and the underground portion in Tears of the Kingdom, but to me, like, Breath of the Wild being empty makes sense given that it's a post-apocalyptic world and you have these like, you know, fucking guardians that can shoot lasers from really far away, so you want a lot of room to escape and shit. Tears of the Kingdom starts to feel really full when you realize that it's like, oh, you can do these missions to help out the dudes and stuff. But I feel like they're so underdeveloped that it doesn't feel as satisfying, even though the world is fuller, and like the underground is even more boring. Like the whole drive of the game is, oh, what's over there? And after a while, I always know, yeah. I mean, it's hard to like experience it for the first time. The Tears fixes it a little by giving you something to do in the sandbox, but it's so yeah. The missions are all the same. Exactly. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It doesn't feel satisfying, I think is the thing. But I think Breath of the Wild was more around like exploration and being rewarded for exploration, and like some people can be like, oh, you know, like I find that satisfying versus not. I think I'm more on the like, I think that's a positive. Tears of the Kingdom, the physics engine, all the like fucking arm abilities that they added are super fucking cool from like a game development perspective, and also from like an implementation perspective. I kind of like nerd out to this shit a lot because I studied computer science in school, and part of like the classes that I took were like related to like video game development kind of shit. That's what I wanted to do. That's the reason I got into computer science. I was like, I'm gonna build games. And then I learned that all the game studios are kind of ass, like very shitty work environments. It's kind of changed recently, but anyway. But from like an implementation perspective, like the physics engine and all the shit that they did is super bonkers. So yeah, I admire it from that point of view. But is it enjoyable? I don't know. Elden Ring does open world so right. Yeah, I feel like they kind of have figured that shit out. I really want to play it. Elden Ring is the cat's pajamas. Ghost of Tsushima is also really good. I've seen my partner play that a lot. It is really good. I don't know if it's a game that I would ever play, but it was so funny because his opinion of it was just like, yo, this game's tight. You can take baths and write poetry. And I was just like, huh. I mean, I know that you like, you know, like bathhouses and that kind of shit. Like, poetry? Ghost is great. Can wait for Ghost of Yotei. Oh yeah, I forgot that they had announced like a sequel kind of thing. It is really fucking good. It is really good. You can't not only take baths in springs, you can take a bath in a spring with monkeys. I did see that! And they have foxes! Yes, I forgot about the foxes! They're so cute. They're so cute. Oh my god, it is really cute. I enjoyed watching it a lot. I should honestly watch a lot more, whatchamacallit. I should watch more Ghost of Tsushima, like, streams. I hadn't thought about that. Don't forget the monkeys and the monkeys. Don't they also have cats? There's also birds. I don't know. It's just, it feels like a very, and like, you know, you like help somebody in like one part of the island and then it turns out that they're connected to somebody all the way on the other side of the island. It just feels like there's a lot of connections and like, it makes it, the game feels so very real. The wind is so cool and the cherry blossoms, it's so pretty. Yeah, I do, yeah, now that you mention it, I'm like, yeah, I remember a lot of just like just the ambience of it is so good. There's a lot of nature. Yeah, it is really pretty. Like, I do enjoy it quite a bit. Like, just watching it was beautiful. Oh my goodness. There's a monkey mask you can get. What does the monkey mask do? Does it allow you to like get more monkey perks? Is that what happens? It gives you a monkey? Unless you look like a monkey. Oh, I missed that. Oh yeah, there's also like all the like the poems that you write give you like the haiku that you write give you like shit that you can add onto the like the I don't know what, it's so much stuff because it's not just like you're just sitting and writing haiku. It's just like you get shit for your armor for writing. Yeah, the masks are cosmetic. I see. It's really well done. It's like one of those games that it's like, it is enjoyable to play. Because there are some games, yeah, like, I don't know. It's really hard to get the art and I think the science of not just making a game in time, but in like being able to code it and shit, but also making a game that is actually enjoyable to play. I think a lot of like companies and game studios like have tried to go in the direction of making games, but then they're like, yeah, let's apply like all the corporate bullshit to making a game, and it's like, it does not work like that, dude. It does not work like that. That's not how you build a game. And it just, yeah, I can talk a lot of shit about that. It's also just a great story. That too, just like, it's a very compelling, like, you know, sort of like, yeah, it's just good. Someone played Assassin's Creed and said, what if this was good? Savage. But also, like, Assassin's Creed has fallen so far. I never played any of them, but I know a lot of people, they, like, got into it and it was like, oh man, like, this game is, you know, like, well, I know, like, Italian, like, architecture and shit. Like... And now it's just like, there's so many fucking Assassin's Creed games and it's like, they've gone too far. Ubi ignored everyone asking for I I have 1400 hours in Animal Crossing New Horizons, so I think you'll understand why I read that, why they're asking for, why I read that at first. It's like everyone was asking for an Animal Crossing in Japan. Everyone was asking for an Assassin's Creed in Japan for a decade, and then we got 2 games that scratched that itch, and it's not needed. Yeah, karma. Yeah, that's true. That is kind of weird that they were just like, you know, like, in Japan, and then they were like, a ship. And you're like, no. So much busy work and wasting your time. I have 1400 hours in your mom, Buen. Oh shit, wait, no. I meant to do that for 1 second. Oh no. On timeout. Oh my god. I was thinking that it would allow me to like select for how much to time you out, and I was gonna time you out for 1 second. Instead I put you in jail for 10 minutes, but you should be okay now. You should be untimed out. I'm so sorry. It's okay, I knew it was 10 minutes funny. There should be a measure of how funny a joke is. It's like, how many minutes of funny is this? Also, hi Lost, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Hey, go easy on Black Flag, that shit's gas. I misread that at first as like it shits gas, and I was gonna be like, that's not a bad thing for it to shit out. Poor Buen. It's okay, he's out of jail. He's out of jail. You know what? I just got an idea. I need a jail emote. I was trying to think of like emotes to add. I need a jail emote. That's what I need. And it's just gonna be Wilbur behind bars, because obviously the funnier the joke made at my expense, the longer you get timed. Or just like any joke in general. It's like if a comedian is really hilarious, you're like, I mean, I guess that's what Netflix specials are, honestly. Anyway, y'all, I am actually gonna,
right to jail, right away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to jail. Thank you for sending me to jail. But, and me, I need to make that a different redeem where it's like, you can send somebody to jail. You're not allowed to be funnier than me and disparage me. Fair policy, actually. But y'all, I actually didn't really have dinner. I had like girl dinner all afternoon, because I was gonna originally be like, oh, I'm gonna start streaming at 3, and then I started streaming 3 hours later. But I have been streaming for 5 hours. I beat Hades. We escaped. We actually escaped. It wasn't clickbait. Girl, eat dinner. I will have another girl dinner, because it is too late to have dinner. But I will eat. I will be like, it's like, go piss, girl. No, I will go eat, girl. I will not go eat a girl. I am having dinner. I'm having dinner. I'm having girl dinner. This is how rumors start. No piss. No. Let's go raid. Let's go raid somebody. We need to pass out the chaos. Hey yo. Okay, I think we're gonna raid. Oh heck. Okay. Wait, no. Oh no. Okay, they're still live. Okay, cool. We're gonna raid Celery. Much love, Crispy. Have a good night. Raid Lord Farquaad. Y'all, we're gonna raid Celery. They're lovely. They've raided us before. I think they just recently started streaming, so just send Crispy raid and some hearts. Whatever you got. Any heart emotes, any love emotes that you have. But I'll see y'all again on Friday? We might be back to Drowboy Gang on Friday. I might be able to stream sometime before then. But if not, I'll see y'all on Friday, maybe with Baldur's Gate 3. See you later. Oh my gosh, y'all. I hope you have an amazing night. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to take your meds. Take care of one another. And I hope you get some good sleep. Possibly, fingers crossed. Hell yeah. Good night and good